Boy actor Micheal Ward charged with 2 counts of rape and is due to appear in court next month. Ward, 27, has also been charged with 2 counts of assault by penetration and 1 count of sexual assault. The offences relate to one woman and are reported to have taken place in January 2023. Our specialist officers continue to support the woman who has come forward. We know investigations of this nature can have a significant impact on those who make reports, said Detective Superintendent Scott Ware, whose team are leading the Met Police's investigation. Ward of Chestnut, Herefordshire, is due to appear at Thames Magistrates Court on the 28th of August. The Crown Prosecution Service said. Ward said he denies the charges of rape and sexual assault, adding in a statement, "I recognise that proceedings are now ongoing and I have full faith that they will lead to my name being cleared." In a statement, Catherine Bacchus, Deputy Chef Crown Prosecutor for CPS London South, said, "We remind all concerned that proceedings against the suspect are active and he has a right to a fair trial." Ward starred in popular Netflix series Topboy as Jamie. He also appeared in Blue Story, The Old Guard and Empire of Light. In 2020, the Jamaican-born actor was awarded the BAFTA Rising Star honour in 2020. He was nominated for Best Supporting Actor BAFTA in 2021 for his role as Franklin in the BBC series Small Axe, and 2022 for his performance as Stephen in Empire of Light. Ward is also in the upcoming American film Eddington alongside Joaquin Phoenix and Pedrick Pascal, which is set to be released in the UK next month. He has more than 1 million followers on Instagram and participated in charity events like Soccer Aid at Stamford Bridge last year. Ward gave a reading at the Christmas Eve carol service hosted by the Princess of Wales in 2023. All right, folks, that's all we need to see on that. Now, okay, boy, what can I say about this? So I seen this story and I was just like, yo, this is mental, but I've got to keep that same energy. I like him as an actor because I don't know him personally, but we got to keep that same energy. We're in 2025. This allegedly happened in 2023, January. And again, I've got to keep the same energy. Mans have to know exactly what it is they're getting into in today's world. Every woman that approaches you and every woman you approach, it almost has to be like a well thought out interaction.
No, it has to be.
It has to be. And what I mean by that is there are 2 ways you can look at this. Rape is not about how attractive a person is, how much money a person has, or any of that. We got to understand that because a lot of people get online and they just talk. But rape can sometimes be about power.
Yes.
It can be about many different things. It isn't, because I see a lot of ignorant people saying, well, he don't need to do that. That's correct if it's down to does he need to? No. But at the same time, you don't know what a man's into behind closed doors. And I'm not saying he's guilty. We don't know. But you don't know what he's into. However, the other side of the fence, I just can't understand anybody who is accused of these things in today's world, especially a man who's in the limelight like this. Like, there's no way you weren't doing risk assessments. There's no way you're in this position. And we've watched person after person. We can't even talk about the states anymore. We've seen it happen right here. The brother from JLS, Noel Clark, all these, man. I'm not saying that mans didn't have flaws. I'm not saying that. But these are guys who have never been able to recover and there weren't really no crime committed. Now, if you're a man who you've been blessed with this level of a career, you've came from Topboy. Now, let's keep it real. Not too many men who are in Topboy cross over like that. I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. Okay, the girl from Black Panther, she crossed over. You crossed over, Micheal Ward. And probably 1 or 2 other men will be given opportunities. But not too much, man. Leave that and end up going into Hollywood or nothing like that.
Pardon herself, sibling. The girl from Black Panther, she was in Top Boy.
Yeah, man. Season 1 and 2, man. That's where she come from.
Lord,
yeah. So I'm trying to say, crossed over. Now I'm saying Micheal Ward's crossed over. There is no way I believe that you've crossed over like this when not too many men cross over and you ain't sorted out yourself in that way. You're still recklessly, even though we don't know the ins and outs yet, that's to be seen, but you've put yourself in that predicament. There's only one or two things, people, that this is. A, he raped this girl. Let's keep it 1,000. It's either A, he raped the girl, or B, it's a false allegation. Now, at this point in time, we're not going to give no opinion on what we think that is, because that would be biased either way. What I will say is that a man at this level shouldn't be getting called into question at this point. I was so disappointed seeing this. Because
is it true?
You're meant to, even at this point, yeah, I don't get what's wrong with these young brothers. Can't you find one girl and just, it's me and you? What you doing? What are you doing, man?
It's not popularized. You know the flex, man. That's not popular to do that. It isn't. And look, you said he's crossed over. When a man's crossed over, he's in a different echelon of thing, and it. Unfortunately, we know the flex, man. To be a man, especially an original man, and especially in these eras that we're there in, you're not supposed to have one woman. You're supposed to be the Mac of the year, and you're supposed to drive Lamborghinis and do all kind of stuff. You're supposed to do balloons and whatever, you know what I mean? Do out thou will be the whole of the law. So to what your suggestion is it's old-fashioned, Mark. You're old-fashioned. You've got an old man's way of thinking, and it's a new day. It's 2025. You're supposed to dagger down gal and do all kind of debauchery and eat groceries and whatever else these people are getting. Normal, stable, long-term thinking, that is reserved for a few. And you've got peers who you think, okay, blah, 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 blah. And they're still stuck in the arrested development. They don't want to grow up. How about gal and say, nah, man, what if it mashes up? They're still on this vibe. Add 10,000 to their portfolio. Add 100,000 to their portfolio. If you still got that mindset and you're not around people who are showing you better ways and giving you the examples, being the example, then unfortunately these mans are going to continue. We're going to see more names. We're going to continue to see more names if their mind ain't right. Now, if look at again the world that we're in, Mark, we have seen a plethora of allegations which have turned out to be false, haven't we?
Yeah, correct.
Plethora of them. Loads of them. Oh, this happened, blah, blah. All in the camera, all in the news. The so-called perpetrators' names dragged through the thing. And then it's a little small article saying, he was found not guilty, not Nagwan of the case, da-da-da. This is an industry now. So gone are the days of a woman just getting herself dolled up and going to the nearest club and finding the footballer, or going to the baller spot where the ballers are at. Gone are the days of the girl trying to find the biggest dope man. They're like, okay, we don't even need to do the long-term thing. We can just make him dip once, make him dip twice, whatever. And then I can just wait. I can just sit on it. I got the photographs of me and him in the club or whatever. And then I can just, not go on in a year and a half's time. Make I just put this charge upon him, blood fire. It's as simple as that now. It's a weird time, Mark. It's a hella weird time to be in. And as a youngster, I don't know what these people are doing. I really don't know. You protect yourself, man. If you still want to do the thing and live like have these experiences rather than thinking about long term. Of course, I want to have fun. These girls are making themselves look all kind of different ways and da. Okay, I get that. Find one and sell down. That's it. If you don't want to do that, put the things in place to make sure these things ain't going to happen.
Facts. Simple as that. There's not people. Yes, it's innocent until proven guilty. That's a fact. But the fact you're even in this predicament, because I'm saying you're a brand in terms of this hurts you no matter what. Even if you're cleared tomorrow, those headlines remain online. Your name is in the same sentence as rape. So what I'm saying to you is, whoever's made that new film that he's got coming out next month, yeah, that film's mixed up in these allegations. So now there's people who are just going to say, yo, we were thinking about him, but we won't call him. That's how serious these things are. That's how serious these things are in today's world. These conversations are getting old now. They're getting boring and they're getting played out. And what I mean by that is, if a man's running around and behaving in this way, where he wants different women to lay down with, go to a legal person.
Come on, Mark. And
say, excuse me, sir, can I have some sort of contract written up for when I bring these women back to my place or whatever? Get them to sign this. The fat brothers are still moving reckless. I don't even know what to say. Like,
hey, let me just add one in thing, and before you go,
yeah, man.
As we spoke of on the last topic, AI, just go to Chat GPT and say, "Oh, this is the remit," and make them like the IA demon technology print it out for you. Easy, man.
That's it. But guys ain't thinking like that. And what I'm saying is, the only alternative to what we're saying is that he raped this woman, and outside of that, man is still getting himself caught up in this. I don't even know what to say. Like, once you're at this level, and any level, to be honest, whether you're sweeping floors somewhere, you got to know how to move. Because as a man, even with my man now, he will be going through the motions now of people saying, I wonder if he did it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, no matter what anyone wants to say, even if you were his best friend, you have to now say, yo, I wonder if my man did this. You see what I'm saying? And that's exactly. You've got to ask that question. And that is the predicament that he finds himself in now. It doesn't matter what people say online. It don't matter what the comment sections say. This happened allegedly 2 years ago. They've built this case over 2 years, and now they've brought it to the public because now the reason that it's in the public now, they feel they've got something concrete there. Otherwise, we wouldn't be hearing about this. And at the end of the day, the facts are, a lot of people don't like hearing it, but a lot of men like this are targets of false allegations. That is true. We've got to keep it real. Yeah, but at the same time, if I was an agent or a friend or anything of a famous person like this now, if you ain't moving correct, it is what it is. If you're not moving correct, you got to be moving at a point now where a man should only be thinking about, listen, I'm looking to settle down or I'm just having fun and I got paperwork. It's one or the other.
Come on.
That young Philly brother, he's done. Even if he gets a not guilty, he's done. Noel Clark was done. To this day, no one can't even say what Noel Clark actually did. Flirting with listen, people, the indigenous culture and ways, I'm not with that. But I see it like jokes and sexual jokes, and I'm not involved in that. I don't play them kind of games, but I see it going on. That's just the ways of this land. So if Noel Clark's around there joking with gal and all that, and when they were ready, they turn victim and turn his lights out.
Yeah.
There's no way back. To be even with my man, like, even if he gets a not guilty, he's gonna struggle to come back. I'm gonna keep it real.
Good movies, that's what, this is what they do. They just churn and chew and spit people out. This is the thing, man. And as you said, the PR is PR. Never mind the PR for the film that's been produced. Come on. Yo, listen, look, a young brother from the UK. I know you're flossing and you're getting these roles now. As your PR giving you this, and then my youth should be saying, "Raw, what's one of these?" Oh, wait a minute, I think I heard them Express Truth man's talking about this. Is this consensual sex agreement thing? Nah, he didn't even tell me about this. Yo, let me get a couple of these, man. Yeah, man, I'll send it digitally. These things should be blowing this movie still. We can't afford to have you mixed up in nothing. And then the PR for the company should be going to his PR and saying, yo, what you doing? You want this geezer to get caught up in something? You know what I mean? Are you a paid agent to make sure this geezer falls? Because you're supposed to be protecting his image so he can then get other films and he can then build a legacy and a dynasty of his acting work.
Yeah, man.
Like, fire him. Yo, if you listen to this, fire them, because they haven't given you this agreement. And this could, and look, let's go one step further, because I've said this before. Okay, we can put the paper down. We can put the agreement in place, yeah? And we can be very detailed in regards to what's in that four-corner contract. I'm going one step further, especially now. I'm 25, 26, 31, or whatever. You see, Sistrin, you come to Noble's house. He's got cameras in each flipping corner of that bedroom, yeah? He's got a camera above the ceiling, all that. I'm getting all that, and we're going to get your license, and you're going to be there saying, yeah, man, I'm there with Noble. I've signed the agreement. This is fun, boss. No coercion. What's going to happen then, Mark? What's going to happen then, siblings? None. because we got video footage, we got a contract being signed to say, yo, we're consensual, we're having fun, nothing outside of that's going to happen. Everyone's safe.
Simple.
No one wants to protect themselves. No one wants to protect themselves. The freaks are nasty and doing all kinds of stuff, but they don't want to protect themselves, Mark.
Exactly. And this is the thing. You're in this predicament. Like Aisha says, I was shocked when I heard the news. But if Mendy and Diddy case taught us anything, we need to know the facts. Could be a mutually toxic relationship. Who knows? And that's factual, Aisha. That's factual. But I'm solely on the side of the fence of how a man ends up in this predicament.
Yeah.
Like, I doubt this is a man's woman. He said, yo, he's raped me. I doubt it's that. We don't know the ins and outs yet, but I'm very much on the side of it sounds like man's ran up into the wrong kind of woman or whatever's gone on. That's just my opinion. The alternative is that he raped the woman. You see what I'm saying?
Shall we add some more detail to it as well?
Yeah, man. Let's go.
As we've spoken offline, and I'm sure we've mentioned this online. So, and women will appreciate this as well. The Christians there in a chat. From the mechanics and the connections and the emotional connections women have. So he, as a man, men can easily separate the sexual act from intimacy and the full connection. Even though we know anytime that happens, there's an exchange of energy and of DNA. So maybe the brother was, doing the dance with the young lady of whatever nation, I have no clue. And he was linking it way too regularly. He told her it was a flex, but because he's linked it so regular, because she's got the extra trick she can spin on her head or whatever the hell it is, he's like, yo, I need some of that a bit more regular still. The other ones ain't doing that. And she's like, well, hold up. My man's linking me twice a week now. He's got to be the one. And she's calling Rebecca. She's calling Sally. Yo, my man from the thing that I'm dating. Yo. Or dealing with. Because that's how it should have been put forth. Yeah, he's coming down regular, blah, blah, blah. I think this is the one, we're probably going to settle down. And then come the months later, 2 months later, whatever the period is, he's like, yo, no. Why are you so clingy and thing, man? What's going on? This is supposed to be fun, right? And she's like, oh, you're dropping it like that, are you now, brethren? Oh, okay. You're gonna done this. And then we get the fatal attraction, but she ain't coming out killing cats and all that kind of stuff. That's the 80s, man. That's 80s, 90s. She's like, oh, this Me Too thing. Okay. Let's put your name out there then. Let's do something. And I'm surely them little scuzz bucket flipping tabloids will be paying her 20,000 to write her story and this and that. And let's go on to this blog and all that. That's another viable option, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, 1,000, that's a reality in today's world, 100%. But again, I'm solely on the side that a man's supposed to know how to move now. That's it. It doesn't matter what tricks. I know what you're saying, but even if the girl's keeping up the maddest of mad things, look what's on the line. Look at your face, man. Your face is in the tabloids as a potential rapist.
The worst thing.
Even your own people are gonna look and say, this is what I always say to man. These kind of allegations are so heinous that a person can't ignore them. It's like if a man says, yo, his brethren's a thief, he has to take it on board. You have to, even if it ain't true, it's got to be taken on board, because getting it wrong with this kind of allegation can be very detrimental. Now, as far as what I personally believe, we're not at that stage yet, but any man in today's world should know how to carry himself. Simple. Especially a man in his position. I just don't get what's wrong with settling down. How old is this brother? Let's have a look here. He's 27, people. So I'm saying at this point, this kind of career, there should be at least 1 or 2 candidates for wifey down the line. There's got to be somebody there who's real. I don't know how it is for these younger mans, but when I was growing up, there were girls that was official that was around. You see what I mean? That was official that was around. Like, I don't know what these kind of men. Yeah, you're getting money, you're famous. I don't get it. What is it? Like, why are they still in these predicaments? You see what I'm saying? There's something strange going on, because we've sat down and we've watched multiple men. Like, we've literally spoke about these things. Probably over 30 podcasts.
Easily. Mark. It's not going to happen to me, though.
That's what people think. Yeah, that's what people think.
That's them, man. And also that again, then back to them, the mentality and what Saint said. He said, discipline is an art.
Facts ain't discipline is a skill set.
Skill set. That's it.
Most men don't have that. If you don't have discipline with your genitals, yeah, man and woman, you're in for a hell of a ride. Trust me. Like sex and lust is killing people.
Oh no.
And remember, a lot of it's programmed, black men, I'm talking to you.
Yes.
A lot of it's programmed in us to be like that. Like even when you putting it through a lens of when I was growing up, I always go back to it. That was the thing. If you was a gallus, it was the thing to be.
You celebrated?
That was the thing. But any man, if you look back, yeah, folks, and you think about the gallus, and then you think about the man who had his head down, guarantee, look at them men today.
Come on.
Look at both men today, and you'll see which one is thriving. And I'm trying to show you that look, for some reason that was pushed on us in a crazy way, to where a man like him, he's supposed to have, Micheal Ward's supposed to have, yeah, a real one on his side. When he's hitting them red carpets, man is supposed to be saying, yo, look what the young brother put. That's the kind of convo you're supposed to be in.
Yeah.
Even a man like Sterling, you have to respect it. I know the brother's made some hiccups, but when I see his setup, I'm like, that's how you man are supposed to be moving.
Come on.
Put a sister in position, man.
Come on.
Do you think Sterling's woman's ever going to do any kind of sly moves to him unless he was to really go crazy? I doubt it.
Yeah.
All I see is a happy, beautiful family. I don't get why these men don't want that. Because Sterling ain't much older than these men. And he's getting a lot more money. I just don't get it, man.
And I don't think we're supposed to get it, man. We don't know the brethren, Michael. We don't know him. We're hypothesizing and we're using all the different bits of information that we've got. We can draw from personal experience, what we're seeing, what we've spoken about. It seems as like there is, just like with the lust, the plague to our society, to our community, which is so fractured in itself anyway. Those tan devils, why do they have that mentality where it's okay to target people and put fear and hurt people who look just like them, but they wouldn't dream of going to Canary Wharf and mobbing on them? Yo, give me that briefcase, you come in here, put you in a boot, put them back in take him back to his place. You'll empty out that money into these accounts. Huh? Well, where's the news of the black making it hard for the quote unquote indigenous? We just see the news of youth, and you go onto the damn Instagram and you see youths with damn swords and stuff. Swords, Newing. Just before I came on, something like 7 holy for you running down the damn place, swords and all kind of foolishness. Not the NF. It's not the NF or the Teddy Boys that they're oh shit. You can clearly see there's a clash here. It's people just like them. We can't question madness. They've given themselves onto the devil. It's just plain and simple. Some people have the mindset, yeah, we'll have some fun, blah blah blah. But the goal is to settle down and create something for others. That's the furthest thing from their mind, because actions speak louder than words, right?
Facts, but a lot of programming went into what you're seeing, though, because keep a man angry and he'll make a mistake. Keep a man promiscuous and he'll get himself in problems. You see what I'm trying to say? Like a man like that. Now, the only advice I'll be saying to him, you got to have made some money. You have to have had some serious paydays. You've been in Topboy season. You've been in the biggest 2 seasons of Topboy. You was in Blue Story. You're in all these different things. You must be getting a good paycheck. So that needs to be protected at all costs.
Saying Herefordshire ain't cheap, sibling.
Of course. Saint, big up. Simple, Mark. It's not complex. There's no excuses in this day and age. You have to be super calculated in general, but even more so if you're successful or aspire to be. Facts. You can't. It's a different day, folks. Every single thing, a headline is a headline, and no matter what, your name's mixed up in that. Like I'm seeing my man inside, like this Micheal Ward, brother. He's had some good looks. He's had some good opportunities. Putting yourself in this kind of predicament, I get it, things happen, but every move has to be super calculated. Every move. Great example, D42. They don't think to get that kind of contract in place. They keep their brains in their underwear. So what do you expect? Yeah, facts. A lot of brothers are doing that. A lot of men are thinking with the little head, and that's what gets them in trouble. I always give the example. Go on Instagram and just look for an attractive woman, and just look at her comments, man.
Yeah.
There's a man saying they'll do this. They don't even know this woman, but they're saying these things because that's how a lot of these men think. They just want to score. You see what I mean? And I don't get it, because I'm saying what my man's built, this could have took him 15, 20 years to build. We don't know. Whenever he first walked into an acting lesson, that's when his journey started from. You don't build something like this and one act can tear it all down, you know. Now, I'm not saying he's guilty, but it can just be that you were with the wrong woman. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And she says, yo, I don't like how my man handled me, you know. I don't like this. I'm going to take him out the game.
Yep.
Now you got to fight this because they're not costing you money. Everyone's got their opinion online. Remember this, you know, if you got a man with a platform, for example, let's say you have a blogger. Let's say, I'm going to give an example. Let's say you got a True Geordie and he might have 30,000 people that watch him. I'm talking not the roaming views, none of that. I'm on about 30,000 people that watch
Dedicated. Him. Yeah.
Whatever narrative he puts out, that 30,000, or for the most part, a large percentage of it, that can sway their opinion, you know.
Because Geordie said it.
Exactly. This is what people don't understand about the internet. He might get on and say, I know the girl. You see what I'm saying? Let's say he got on and said, I know someone who knows someone who knows someone's brother, cousin, uncle who knows the girl, and she's not a liar. That changes the narrative. Because remember, when these stories come out, these men are fighting two battles, you know. They're fighting a battle in the legal system.
Oh, come on.
And then they're fighting a public opinion battle, which really the public opinion battle can be the worst battle you're fighting. Because go through.
All we have genuinely, which no one can take from us unless you mess up, as we're talking about, is our reputation, right?
Facts.
Like, the money can come and it can go, but your reputation is there. It doesn't matter if you've got the money or if you haven't got your money, you will be known as. So it's so important, especially now, man. Especially now. I'm pleading to all, male and female, but obviously the mode, as we've highlighted for this particular period in time in space, is the black man is not God, like ODB said. The black man is the devil. He's a sexual predator and he can't control himself. They'll dance and entertain for us. They'll play sport, but if they get out of line, they're going to be sexual predators. Oh, and of course, we sell drugs and all those kind of things. Yeah, that is what all the nations, they see original people. These are the stereotypes that bounce around in their heads. Which box can I put you into? Are you going to dance for me? Are you going to dazzle me with your athletic prowess? Which one are you going to do for me? Or are you going to break the mold and show me that you're just an upright, original man trying to be the light to the world?
Facts.
Choose, man. Everyone's got the choice. If you want to be in the muck and the mire, mess around, kill people and do all kind of stupid shit, then you got some nice coming for you, man. You got the pits of hell burning, figuratively, but you ain't got nothing nice coming for you when your time is done. And then whilst you're on this plane of existence, causing the madness, what's really happening in your life? Because I know there's holy losses taking place. You know what I mean? But we just don't see that. We just see the effects in the community. So, as Stephen says, if you know better, you will do better.
Real talk, man. Real talk. Because you got to remember, you know, you see like Daniel Kaluga, you got to think now, yeah, a man like that understands. You can just look at him and how he conducts himself and see he understands. You work yourself up into a position that can create generational wealth and change the direction of your lineage.
Yes.
You've been put in a position to do that. You have to, every single move, even down to allowing someone to have your personal phone number, you know.
Come on.
When you're in that position, like, but a lot of these men are blinded by beauty and you know, women who look good.
Yeah.
That is the downfall of a lot of these men. And again, we don't know whether he's innocent. We don't know whether he's guilty. but he's put himself in this predicament. He's put himself in this predicament that we're even having this conversation. To me, it's crazy because a lot of men don't understand how fast it's over. A lot of men don't understand how fast it can end. All you have to do is look at young Philly dancing around, joking. Thought life was a joke.
Yep.
Thought life was talking about big bunda and this, that. Keep playing. And plus, you like indigenous girls, so you will find out very fast that this is no game in 2025. Philly, he's done. There's nothing he can say or do to get out of that. People, I hope you enjoyed that clip. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to watch the stream in full, consider becoming a Patreon or joining our YouTube members. And don't forget to hit the like button, folks, and we'll see you in the next one.